Hello again, everybody. Travis Big League Berardi here on the set of The Roundup with me, Big League. Over the last 8 weeks of our show, we gave you some of the best defensive plays from our highlights and live streams in our Diamond Cut segment. And since our season is over, it is time to now relive those plays in our end-of-season compilation of the Diamond Cuts.
Our first cut will have you saying, "Who let the dogs out? Who? Because TREY BARKMAN was showing a little more bite than the bark in his name. Great anticipation by the Wayndale first baseman for the diving snag to get the big out in the game. Next up, we go to the softball diamond at Hillsdale for a little pop-up to foul territory, but Madison brought the full cob, no can of corn right there. Check out the Colonel Crawford catcher one more time, laying out outside of the field of play to get the out.
It was windy that day, too.
We've got a bouncer through the middle at nominee 3. Grayson Reynolds comes out of nowhere to get the runner at first. Gotta take a second look here. Reynolds comes from out of the picture to making the out. Quick burst, and how about the throw, too? Out to Howard we go now. Second baseman Dylan Reed halfway to the fence makes the diving snag. And you gotta see the lettuce flowing out of the back of the head there with the cap coming loose. Dylan Reed shining bright like a diamond here as he goes flying into the outfield to produce a huge out for the Bulldogs. More from the KNAPP here at Mount Gilead, where one out isn't enough for Northmore first baseman Cooper Thomas. Great throw after hitting the bag for the 3-4 DP to end the inning. You gotta watch the big man one more time as he's gonna come over, get the snag, cover first, then throw a dime to second to end the scoring threat. And you always got hope with a Barrett playing short, don't you, at Madison? And look at her spoil this Ontario missile, then the reflexes there like a cat, the arm like a Tommy gun. She gets the force at first. Hope Barrett with the diamond cut right there. And last but not least, Superman about to make an appearance here on the countdown. At least that's who Colton PETRY was imitating as he comes flying in for the grab, literally over his own player. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's just PETRY making the play as he goes airborne for the big time snag. And let's start with the short bunt on play number 1. Clearfork can't get there in time, but Garrett's throw from his knees, just 2 hotes for the Galleon runner to handle. Called out at first. One more look here on the layout, and then the missile that's going to find its coordinates over at first. Next up, it's Big Walnuts Ethan Clawson mistiming the catch. Do you realize what you've done? The ball is back that way, but he totally redeems himself with the gun down at home plate. What a throw to get the out. Colonel Crawford on the road at Delaware Christian. Slap hit's going to beat the third baseman, but oh no, not Micah Thomas. The grab and go to end the inning, and he continues the momentum straight into the dugout as that would end the frame. But how about a double dose of fun over in Ashland, because Chandler likes the ball. Gets the lead runner at first, plus the stretch and scoop as Clearfork ends the inning there. And if Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, well then so can Colonel Crawford in a mid-game round of hot potato, throwing out the carry runner at second to claim the top spot in the Northern 10. Massive victory here as the Eagles fly 13-2, all hopped up on some pickle juice. Back to Heisey Park we go, and Galleon's Alan Carver trying to protect his right field grass, and he's going to protect every last blade. Dive and grab a play so nice, we got to cook it up twice, just like a field baked potato, and Alan Carver gobbles these things up just like an appetizer. What a catch.
Our first diamond cut of the week comes from Clearfork, where catcher Dawson STALEY went round and round and round until the ashes fell down, doing a nice job staying under the ball. It wasn't that bright of a day, but he had to do a nice job there to locate it, find it, and still get the out. Clearfork doing great things down in the valley this season. Our next diamond cut comes in Northmore, where it was Brian Householder extending out to get this one. That's a big guy, and that's a lot of flexibility, and that's a play you don't see that often. Does a great job of securing the out for the Bulldogs. They played a great game that night against Northmore. Next up is Blake Bowen out of Worcester. The shortstop elevates to get the easy out and does it with ease. Just that elevation off 1 foot showing off. Our next diamond cut, again down when the Cougars took on Clearfork, and Nate Lynn makes an impressive play right here with the balance to stay on first base, swings it over to third. That pole wasn't exactly our friend, but they got the out. Impressive play for the Colts. Next up is Chesney Farrell in a game I got to see last night. What an incredible past few weeks and months that Farrell is having behind the plate. The catcher with the accuracy in the cannon to get it to second base. Runner doesn't slide, and the Lady Trojans get the out. Next is the double play duo here in the infield for the Senecas out of Calvert. Do a nice job of swinging it over on an impressive double play. The toss, the execution, and the turn is what really gets me, in the ability to place that ball right where it needed to be for the first baseman.
Our first diamond cut, Jack STEINER reaching all the way out with the diving play, throws to first and gets the Hillsdale Falcon out. It helped Dalton with the 4-0 shutout of the Falcons, the number 22 team in Division IV, knocking off the number 7 team. Now to the Wendy's Spring Classic, Chyanne KNAPP of Marlington. You're going to see the wide angle first, an over-the-shoulder catch at the wall, robbed the Lady Tiger of Strasburg Franklin. Look at her tracking that down like a wide receiver, a cornerback actually. Now to yesterday's action, Belle Dalton, watch her get the tag out in the pickle, the rundown, and then throw to second. The umpire called the girl safe, but I think she was out. Belle Dalton, double play there. Great job by her. Now it's back to the Wendy's. Eden Howard on the mound, not once, not twice, but 3 times had a ball ripped right back to her and made 3 great plays. It helped Ontario with the 3-2 victory over Poland Seminary. And finally, back to Hillsdale. Watch the split that Kira Filius makes here on the throw by Molly Goon. Molly appreciates it and gives her a big hug right there, but in slow motion, this would hurt me in many ways if I tried doing that, but Kira.
Here they come, the top defensive plays of the week, and we start out in Falcons country where there's a Bobcat on the prowl and he goes hunting for home. Observe the cannon arm of Norway's C.J. Moore to get the out at the dish. Watch it one more time as this throw is definitely no Fugazi on the money. Boom! Punched out before the score. Out to the valley we go, big knock down the third baseline, but diamonds are a girl's best friend after all, and Clear Fork's Mel BLUBAUGH likes to get flossy on the corner with the sparkling web gem. Look at the extension for the out for the Colts. Nominee 3 lands us back at Hillsdale, only this time it's the Falcons making moves. Shortstop Jake Hoverstock with the crown jewel of a throw after eating up this grounder.
Jeter-esque.
I think he must have went to Jared too, because that diamond cuts for real. We're going to be getting tricky here at the next nominee, number 4, Gage Powell, going around the back for the snag from the hill. Then he's going to put a ring on it for the out over at first. Big play for Big Lex. Check it out one more time. This is crazy, man. Nothing small about this one, even playing on a Little League field. Let's burn it like a scented candle here with our final nominee. And what's that scent? Smells like greatness to me. Hillsdale's Nick Kandel tosses a one-hitter against the defending state champs to get the dub and keep his Falcons in the league title race, knocking off Wayndell for a monster victory, thanks to number 6. Beginning in North Robinson, where Ava Carr, looking true to her name, rolling through center field like a sports car. And you best buckle up, kids, because she's diving into the mix to score a huge out as Clear Fork upsets Colonel Crawford on the road. Let's fly out to Falcons country now, where Hillsdale looks like they've got a base hit to center, but it's more like a Double Mint Gum commercial for the catch. Columbia's Haley Lash gets some help from the left fielder to snag a diamond cut, colliding and gliding for the out. Try not to get dizzy with our third nominee, because Drew Hammond spinning like a teacup at the carnival to score an out for Northmore. Take that, rewind it back. Hammond's got the moves that make your single go splat, baby. Remix. Speaking of splat, though, feast your eyes on Lacey Huber doing just that to secure the out there at third. Full extension, no regard for human life to make the snag for the Falcons, earning a much-deserved embrace from her teammates with a tough diving catch. And I know diamonds need time to form, but it's all about speed. For this next nominee, Katrina Rogers sizzling into foul territory like she's some crispy bacon for a Clear Fork grab. And our final diamond cut takes us back to the castle, because we're back in black. Isaac Black turning his right arm into a catapult to get the out at first. We're going to kick things off here with district final action. Belle Dalton coming out of her catcher stance, and she's calling in the Goon Squad for a mollywhopping, laying down the tag like a linebacker to score a Hillsdale out. We're going airborne now with our next nominee. Lauren Wainwright goes a full 180, contorting her body like a tabletop to make the grab. At least she's got on the catcher's gear, because that is straight horizontal. You want to talk about protecting the third baseline? Well, Fairfield's Aiden Langwasser looking like the sheriff in third baseland, plus the Wyatt Earp-like bullet over to first to shoot the runner dead down in his tracks. Same game, just a little role reversal now. Cole putting the cuffs on the blooper to center. So good that the batter can't even hide his emotions. Look at that. He's upset, clearly. I mean, come on, man. What a play by Northmore's Cole Kaufman. A lot of love for the catchers on this week's edition. Braden applying the sap for a game glitching out here. Don't bring that weak stuff to Fredericktown or you're going to get knocked out the top-seeded Freddies. Moving on with that, the final out of the game. Let's go back to Beaver Stadium because Bryce Cooper's acting like a submarine, snagging the life right out of the ball on its way to the turf. Travis.
That's an E camera person. That's on me because I was actually watching that amazing play. That's a heck of a catch, and that's why I still wanted to show it.
Cooper with the dive all the way to the floor. Coming at you with a backhand now with our next cut. 6 snag by Ontario's Lena Creed, and 1 out's not enough, so she doubles up with her frequent flyer miles. See what I did there, Clive Flyers? Yeah. Creed looking like the people's champ with a 4-2 knockout blow. Hopefully you like double plays, because the bartender about to fill us up another one. What a defensive effort from the Golden Knights. Their 3rd appearance here on our countdown, but this one might be the crown jewel of them all. 5-4-3 for 2 outs. Northmore moving on to the district finals.
I see what you did there, too.
2 more coming up here as well, but
Play
how often
of the year.
do you see a good old-fashioned F83 DP? I mean, it sounds more like a cheat code in Street Fighter as Taylor Mullins delivers the knockout blow with the fireball. Ayukin for the out.
That's perfect.
Good night.